Hello everyone. Wait, wait. I will quickly check if this is working, but I believe it is, like always.
I'll be on a... Sorry.
Okay.
Sorry. Ah! Whoops. Uh-oh.
Yep,
Uh-oh.
we're live. We're live.
Uh-oh.
Hello everyone.
Ellie?
Hello everyone. Welcome back to Doki Literature Club, Act 2. And we're with Sophia here again. But unlike always, I'm actually going to cut the stream short because I will need to do a homework that I need to finish. So, I'm gonna wait for Sophia before she gets here. And then we will begin. I'm gonna just drink some water real quick.
Sorry.
Oh, welcome back, Sophia.
Thank you.
Okay, let's begin Act 2 of Doki Literature Club. Oh wait, I just now realized that you have to only voice act one character right now because you are voice acting Sayori and Natsuki, and now you're only voice acting Natsuki.
Oh, so we got past Sayori's route.
Yeah, I got past that in the last stream. So we're in Act 2 right now. And Sayori sadly doesn't exist.
I can't see the game, I'm just letting you know. I can't see the game. I just said. Eek.
Oof.
When
Wait.
I started this DM group chat, I think our stream is still
Oh,
on call.
okay. Wait. Okay, wait. Boom. Can you see it now?
Okay. Yeah, I can see it now.
Okay, good. Excuse me. I see an annoying girl running toward me from the distance, waving her arms in the air like she's totally oblivious to any attention she might draw to herself. That girl is... What the frick was that? My neighbor and a good friend since we were children. You know, the kind of friend you'd never see yourself making today, but it just kind of works out because you've known each other for so long. We used to walk to school together on days like this, but starting around high school, she would oversleep more and more frequently, and I would get tired of waiting up. But if she's going to chase after me like this, I almost feel better off running away. However, I just sigh, and idle in front of the crosswalk and let catch up to me. What the frick is the noise we're making? It's an ordinary school day like any other. Mornings are usually the worst, being surrounded by couples and friend groups walking to school together. Meanwhile, I've always walked to school alone. I always tell myself it's about time I meet some girls or something like that, but I have no motivation to join any clubs. I'm perfectly content just to getting by on the average while spending my free time on games and anime. Totally me. There's always the anime club, but it's not like there would be any girls in it anyway. The school day is as ordinary as ever, and it's over before I know it. After I pack up my things, I stare blankly at a wall, looking for an ounce of motivation. Clubs. There really aren't any that interest me. Besides, most of them would probably be way too demanding for me to want to deal with. I guess I have no choice but to start with the anime club. So, Findy? Hello? Monica? Oh my goodness, I totally didn't expect to see you here. It's been a while, right? Yeah, it has. Monica smiles sweetly. We do know each other. We rarely talked, but we were in the same class last year. Monica was probably the most popular girl in class. Smart, beautiful, athletic. Basically completely out of my league. Wait, what? Sophia is invisible? What? What happened?
I'm not there.
My,
Oh my god.
I think you need to, you know, put it in again because just like you said, after you added your second account into the Discord, uh, you didn't see the game.
I am screen sharing.
The screen sharing actually turns off after you put it there or something. So
Okay, I'm trying again.
wait. Yep, I don't see it here at all.
Yeah, I just closed it.
Okay, so try it again and I will put it in.
Sorry.
It's okay.
Okay, I got screen share.
Okay, I don't see it though.
Like every other day.
Oh. Oops. Shoot.
You have over 300 subscribers now, wow.
I know.
Closest views I've got 290. I know I noticed that yesterday.
If
So, yep.
are you screen shared or?
Yeah, I am screen sharing, strangely.
I don't see it. Oh. Hello, people. Okay. Okay, I will try to put it in now. Wait. Yes, you're here now, but wait. She's shit. Nice, you're in here.
Yes.
But I'm gonna make you a little smaller. Yep, perfect. Okay, let's continue. Oh wait. Boom. So having her smile at me so gently feels a little. What did you come in here for anyway? Oh, I've just been looking for some supplies to use for my club. Do you know if there's any construction paper in here? Or markers? I guess you could check the closet. You're in the debate club, right? About that. I actually quit the debate club. Really? You quit? Yeah. To be honest, I can't stand all of the politics around the major clubs. It feels like nothing but arguing about the budget and publicity and how to prepare for events. I'd much rather take something I personally enjoy and make something special out of it. In that case, what club did you decide to join? Actually, I'm starting a new one, a literature club. I forgot that happens. Literature? That sounds kind of dull. How many members do you have so far? It's kind of embarrassing, but there are only 3 of us so far. It's really hard to find new members for something that sounds so boring. Well, I can see that. But it's really not boring at all, you know. Literature can be anything. Reading, writing, poetry. I mean, one of my members even keeps her manga collection in the club room. Wait, really? Yeah, it's funny, right? She always insists that manga is literature too. I mean, she's not wrong, I guess. And besides, a member is a member, right? Did Monica say she? Hey, Sofindi, by any chance, are you still looking for a club to join? I mean, I guess so, but in that case, is there a chance you could do me a big favor? I won't ask you to join, but if you could at the very least visit my club, it would make me really happy. Please? Well, I guess I have no reason to refuse. Besides, how could I ever refuse someone like Monica? Sure, guess I could check it out. Awesome! You're really sweet, Sofindi, you know that? It's nothing, really. Shall we go then? I'll look for the materials another time. You're more important. And thus, today marks the day I sold my soul to Monica and her irresistible smile. Yes. I timidly follow Monica across the school and upstairs, a section of the school I rarely visit, being generally used to for further classes and activities. Monica, full of energy, swings open the classroom door. I'm back! And I brought a guest with me.
Oh,
I don't remember that ever happening.
me neither.
Eh? A guest?
Seriously? You brought a boy? Way to kill the atmosphere.
Don't be mean, Natsuki. But anyway, welcome to the club, Sophindy. All words escape me in this situation. This club is full of incredibly cute girls. We know.
So, let me guess. You're Monica's boyfriend, right?
What? No, I'm not. Natsuki. The girl with sour attitude, whose name is apparently Natsuki, is the one I don't recognize. Her small figure makes me think she's probably a first year. Anyway, this is Natsuki, energetic as usual. And this is Yuri, the president. It's nice to meet you. Yuri, who appears comparatively more mature and timid, seems to have a hard time keeping up with someone like Natsuki. Yeah, it's nice to meet both of you. So, I ran into Sofidi in the classroom, and he decided to come and check out the club. Isn't that great?
Wait, Monica. Didn't I tell you to let me know in advance before you brought anyone new? I was going to, well, you know.
Sorry. I didn't forget that, but I just happened to run into him. In that case, I should at least make some tea, right? Yeah, that'd be great. Why don't you come sit down, Sophindy? The girls have a few desks arranged to form a table. Yuri walks into the corner of the room and opens the closet. Meanwhile, Monica and Natsuki sit across from each other. Still feeling awkward, I take a seat next to Monica. So, I know you didn't really plan on coming here, but to make sure you feel right at home, okay? As president of the literature club, it is my duty to make the club a fun and exciting place for everyone. I'm surprised there aren't more people in the club yet. It must be hard to start a new club. You could put it that way. Not many people are very interested in putting out all the effort to start something brand new, especially when it's something that doesn't grab your attention, like literature. You have to work hard to convince people that you're both fun and worthwhile. But it makes school events, like the festival, much more important. I'm confident that we can all really grow this club before we graduate. Right, Natsuki?
Well, I guess.
Natsuki reluctantly agrees. Such different girls, all interested in the same goal. Monica must have worked really hard just to find these two. Yuri returns to the table carrying a tea set. She carefully places a teacup in front of each of us before setting down the teapot in the middle. You keep the whole tea set in this classroom? Don't worry, the teachers gave us a permission. After all, doesn't a hot cup of tea help you enjoy a good book? I guess. Don't let yourself get intimidated. Yuri's just trying to impress you. That's not... Insulted, Yuri looks away. I meant that, I believe you. Well, tea and reading might not be a pastime for me, but I at least enjoy tea. I'm glad. Yuri faintly smiles to herself in relief. So, Sophindy, what kind of things do you like to read? Well, considering how little I've read these past few years, I don't really have a good way of answering that. Manga. I mutter quietly to myself, half joking. Natsuki's head suddenly perks up. It looks like she wants to say something, but she keeps quiet. Not much of a reader, I guess. Well, that can change. What am I saying? I spoke without thinking after seeing Yuri's sad smile. Anyway, what about you, Yuri? Well, let's see. Yuri traces the rim of her teacup with her finger. My favorites are usually novels that build up deep and complex fantasy worlds. The level of creativity and craftsmanship behind them is amazing to me. And telling a good story is such a foreign world is equally impressive. In such a foreign world is equally impressive. Yuri goes on, clearly passionate about her reading. She seemed to so reserved and timid since the moment I walked in, but it's obvious by the way her eyes light up that she finds her comfort in the world of books, not people. But I like a lot of things. Stories with deep psychological elements really immerse me as well. Isn't it amazing how a writer can deliberately take advantage of your own lack of imagination and completely throw you for a loop? Anyway, I've been reading a lot of horror lately. I read a horror book once. I desperately grasped something I can relate to at a minimal level. At this rate, Ray might as well be having a conversation with a rock. I expect that from you, Yuri. It suits your personality. Oh, is that so? Really, if a story makes me think or takes me to another world, then I really can't put it down. Surreal horror is often very successful at changing the way you look at the world, if only for a brief moment.
Sorry about that. I hate horror.
Oh, why is that?
Well, I just...
Natsuki's eyes dart over to me for a split second.
Never mind.
That's right, you usually like to write about cute things, don't you, Natsuki?
What? What gives you that idea?
You left a piece of scrap paper behind our last club meeting. I looked at it, it looked like you were working on a poem called...
Don't say it out loud. And give that back.
Fine. Natsuki, you write your own poems?
Well, I guess sometimes. Why do you care?
I think that's impressive. Why don't you share them sometime?
No.
Natsuki averts her eyes.
You wouldn't like them.
Not a very confident writer yet. I understand how Natsuki feels. Sharing that level of writing takes more than just confidence. The truest form of writing is writing to oneself. You must be willing to open up to your readers, exposing your vulnerability. I can't speak. Vulnerabilities, and showing even the deepest reaches of your heart. Do you have writing experience too, Yuri? Maybe if you share some of your work, you can set an example and help Natsuki feel comfortable enough to share hers. I guess it's the same for Yuri. We all sat in silence for a moment. Hey, I got an idea. How about this? Natsuki and Yuri look quizzically at Monika. Let's all go home and write a poem of our own. Then next time we meet, we'll all share them with each other. That way everyone is even. I thought it was a good idea. Well, I think you're right, Monika. We should probably start finding activities for all of us to participate in together. I did decide to take the responsibility of vice president after all. I need to do my best to nurture the club as well as its members. Besides, now that we have a new member, it seems like a good step for us to take. Do you agree as well, Sophie? Hold on, there's still one problem. What's that? Now that we've reached the most important topic, I bluntly come with what has been on my mind the entire time. I never said I would join this club. Monika may have convinced me to stop by, but I never made any decision. I still have other clubs to look at, and I lose my train of thought. All three girls stare back at me with dejected eyes. But I'm sorry, I thought. Excuse me. Eh? The girls exchange glance before Monica turns back to me. I guess I need to tell you the truth, Sophie. The thing is, we don't have enough members to form an official club. We need 4. And I've been trying really, really hard to find new members. And if we don't find one more before the festival, I'm defenseless against these girls. How am I supposed to make a clear-headed decision when it's like this? I would feel terrible for letting everyone down in this situation. And besides, the club itself seems pretty relaxed. So if writing poems is the price I need to pay in order to spend every day with these beautiful girls. Right. Okay, I've decided then. I'll join the literature club. One by one, the girls' eyes light up. Oh my goodness, really? Do you really mean that, Sophindi? Yeah. It could be fun, right? You really did scare me for a moment.
I mean, if you really just left after all this, I would be super pissed.
Sophindi, I'm so happy. We can become an official club now. Thank you so much for this. You're really amazing. I'll do everything I can to give you a great time, okay? Thanks, I guess. Okay, everyone. I think with that, we can officially end today's meeting on a good note. Everyone remember tonight's assignment. Write a poem to bring to the next meeting so we can all share. Monica looks over at me once more. So, Fendi, I look forward to seeing how you express yourself. Yeah. Can I really impress the class star Monica with my mediocre writing skills? No. I really feel the anxiety welling up inside me. Meanwhile, the girls continue to chit-chat as Yuri cleans up the tea set. I guess I'll be on my way then. Okay, I'll see you tomorrow then. I can't wait. With that, I depart the club room and to make my way home. The whole day, my mind wanders back and forth between the 3 girls. Natsuki, Yuri, and of course, Monica. I love you, Monica. Will I really be happy spending every day after school in a literature club? Perhaps I'll have the chance to grow closer to one of these girls. Alright, I'll just need to make the most of my circumstances, and I'm sure the good fortune will find me. And I guess that starts with writing a poem tonight. And in Act 2, I actually really want to go with Natsuki.
Yes. Oh, that's redacted.
Wait, I don't remember the poem Nothing is Real. I think I only saw a poem Nothing Matters. I don't remember, but I think it was supposed to be Nothing Matters. Or, I don't know? I don't remember. Okay, we're going with Natsuki. Nibble. Friends. Chocolate. Smile.
Chocolate is sweet and delicious.
Jump. Marshmallow. Anime. Kiss. Laugh. Emal. Hop. Giggle. Joy. Oops. Sumer. Thrill. Milk. Bubble. Poof. Chair. Sock. Sook.
I don't have socks anymore.
Hi again, Sophindi. Glad to see you didn't run away on us. Nah, don't worry. This might be a little strange for me, but at least I keep my word. Well, I'm back at the literature club. I was the last to come in, so everyone else is already hanging out. Did you see that? I seriously forgot that happens. Holy shit. Thanks for, thanks for keeping your promise, so Vindy. I hope this isn't too overwhelming of a commitment for you. Making you dive headfirst into literature when you're not accustomed to it. Why do I keep forgetting these happens? Oh wait, that's you.
That's me, yeah. I'm so scared. Okay. Oh, come on. Like he deserves any slap. You already had to be dragged here by Monica. I don't know if you plan to just come here and hang out or what. But if you don't take us seriously, then you won't see the end of it. Oh,
Natsuki, you certainly have a big mouth for someone who keeps their manga collection in the club room. Natsuki finds herself stuck between saying Monica and manga.
Manga is literature.
Swiftly defeated, Natsuki plops back into her seat. I'm sorry, Sofindi. We'll make sure to put your comfort first, okay? Yui shuts Natsuki with a disappointed glance. Anyway.
Oh, the room is tilting.
Notice that just now?
Dumb, okay?
I already know about this, so... Now that you're in the club after all. Perhaps you might have interest in picking up a book to read. Well, I can't really say no either way. Like you said, I'm in this club now. So if it only feels right for me to do something like that, if you ask. Wait, I didn't mean it like that. If you don't really want to, don't forget I said anything, I guess. No, it's not that, Yuri. I want to try to be a part of this club. So even if I don't read often, I'd be happy to pick up a book if you wanted me to. Are you sure? I just felt like, well, as a vice president and all, that I should help you get started on something you might like. Yuri reaches into her back and pulls out a book. I didn't want you to feel left out. So I picked out a book that I thought you might enjoy. It's short to read, so it should keep your attention, even if you don't usually read. And we could, discuss it if you wanted. How is this girl accidentally being so cute? She even picked out a book she thinks I like, despite me not reading much. Yuri, thank you. I'll definitely read this. Enthusiastically take the book. Phew. Well, you can read it at your own pace. I look forward to hearing what you think. Now that everyone's settled in, I expect Monica to kick off some scheduled activities for the club. But that doesn't seem to be the case. Yuri's face is already burning in the book. You can't help but notice her intense expression, like she was waiting for this chance. Meanwhile, Natsuki is rummaging around in the closet. I hear Natsuki utter an exasperated sigh from within the closet. She seems to be annoyed by something. I approach her in case she needs a hand. You looking for something in there?
Freaking mom. School? She never puts my stuff back in the right spot. What's the point in keeping your collection organized if someone else is just gonna mess it up?
Natsuki's like a bunch of scattered books and boxes across the shelf. Manga.
You read manga, right?
Sometimes. Manga is one of those things where you can't admit you're really into it until you figure out where the other person stands. How did you know anyway?
I heard you bring it up at some point. Besides, it's kind of written on your face.
What's that supposed to mean? I see. There's a lone volume of manga. Excuse me. Amidst a stack of various books on the side of one of the shelves. Curious, I pull it out of the stack.
There it is.
Natsuki snatches it out of my hand. She then returns to a box of manga and slips the volume right into the middle of the rest.
Ah, much better. Seeing a box set with one book missing is probably the most irritating sight in the world.
I know that feel. I get a closer look at the box set she's admiring. Barfate Girls? It's a series I've never heard of in my life. That probably means it's either way out of my demographic or it's simply terrible.
If you're gonna judge, you can go do it through the glass on that door.
She points to the classroom door. Hey, I wasn't judging anything. I didn't even say anything.
It was the tone of your voice. But I'll tell you one thing, Sofindi. Consider this a lesson straight from don't judge a book by its cover. In fact...
Natsuki pulls out the first volume of Barfate Girls from the box.
I'm gonna show you exactly why. Sorry, give me a sec.
Okay. Oh, wait. She shoves the book right into my hands.
Right, I'm back.
Yep.
Sorry.
Oh shit, I'm forgetting to read the chat in here. Well, if Sarah is still here, hello Sarah. I stare at the cover. It features 4 girls in colorful attire striking animated feminine poses. It's excitingly Mo.
Excuse me. Don't just stand there.
What? Natsuki grabs my arm and pulls me out of the closet. She then takes a seat against the wall, beneath the windowsill. She pats on the ground next to her, signaling me to sit there. Wouldn't chairs be more comfortable? I take my seat.
Chairs wouldn't work. We can't meet at the same time like that.
Why's that? I guess it's easier to be close together like this.
Huh? Don't say that. You'll make me feel weird about it.
Natsuki crosses her arms and scooches in an inch away from me. Sorry. I didn't exactly expect to be sitting this close to her either. Not that I can say it's particularly a bad thing. I open the book. It's only a few seconds before Natsuki once again inches closer, reclaiming the additional space while she hopes I won't notice. I can feel her peering over my shoulder, much more eager to begin reading than I am. Wow.
Wow, how long has it
Oh.
been since I read the beginning?
You don't go back and flip through the older volumes every now and then?
Not really. Maybe sometimes after I've already finished the series. Here, are you paying attention?
I am, but nothing really happened yet, so I can talk at the same time. It looks like it's about a bunch of friends in high school. Typical slice of life affair. I kind of grew out of these, since it's rare for the writing to be entertaining enough to make up for the lack of plot. Are you sure this isn't boring for you?
It's not.
Even though even though you're just watching me read?
Well, I'm fine with that.
If you say so. I guess it's fun sharing something you like with someone else. I always get excited when I could convince my friends to pick up a series I enjoy. You know what I mean? Hmm? You don't?
That's not. Well, I wouldn't really know.
What do you mean? Don't you share your manga with your friends?
Could you not rub it in? Jeez.
Sorry.
I think I could ever get my friends to read this. They just think manga is for kids.
Not all of them. Some of them, yes, but not all of them. I can't even. Oh, wait.
I can't even bring it up without them all being like, eh? You still haven't grown out of that yet? Makes me want to punch them in the face.
I know these kinds of people. Honestly, it takes a lot of effort to find friends who don't judge. Much less friends who are also into it. I'm already kind of a loser, so I guess I gravitated toward the other losers over time. But it's probably harder for someone like you.
Yeah, that's pretty accurate.
Wait, which part? About me being a loser?
Probably. I mean, I feel like I can't even keep it in my own room. My dad would beat the shit out of me if he found this. At least it's safe here in the club room. Except Monica kind of a jerk about it. I just can't win, can I?
Well, it paid off in the end, didn't it? I mean, here I am, reading it.
Well, it's not like that solves any of my problems.
I know, but at least you're happy. Maybe. But at least you're enjoying yourself, right? Gee, oh.
Jeez, that's enough. Are you gonna keep reading or what?
Yeah. I've left the page. Time passes. Natsuki is strangely quiet now. I glance over at her. It looks like she started to fall asleep.
She was so bored from your alone reading.
Hey, Natsuki.
Yeah?
Suddenly, Natsuki collapses straight into me. Hey!
Just censor screeches. Black text, can't read.
Let's do a screech. Screech! Oh jeez. Natsuki, are you okay? Here. Monica reaches into her bag and pulls out some kind of protein bar. She throws it in Natsuki's direction. Natsuki's eyes suddenly light up again. She snatches the bar from the floor and immediately tears off the wrapper.
I told you not to give,
She doesn't even finish her sentence before stuffing it into her mouth. Don't worry, Sophie. She's fine. It just happens every now and then. That's why I always keep a snack in my bag for her. Anyway, when do we all share poems now? I should start with Monica. Yesterday she seemed eager to read my poem, and I want to know I'm putting in effort. Hi, Sophie. Having a good time so far? Yeah. Good. Glad to hear it. By the way, since you're new and everything, if you ever have any suggestions for the club, like new activities or things we can do better, I'm always listening. Don't be afraid to bring things up, okay? Alright, I'll keep that in mind. Of course I'll be afraid to bring things up. I'm much better off just growing with the flow until I'm more settled in. Anyway, want to share your poem with me? It's kind of embarrassing, but I guess I have to. Don't worry, Sophie. We're all a little embarrassed today, you know? But it's that sort of barrier that we'll all learn to get past soon. Yeah, that's true. I hand Monica my poem. I like it, Sophie. Really? It's a lot cuter than I expected. Oh jeez. No. It kind of makes me think of something not so cute, right? And she's a good writer too. So take that as a compliment. If you say so. Yep. If you're interested in Natsuki, you'll always keep a snack on you. She'll cling on to you like a puppy. Now I want to look at some cute puppy videos.
Yeah, puppies are adorable.
Natsuki's dad doesn't give her much lunch money or leave her any food in the house, so she's in a foozy mood pretty often. But sometimes she just loses all of her strength and shuts down. Like earlier. This is just a guess, but I think she's so small because her malnutrition is interfering with her adolescent growth. But hey, some guys aren't too pediatric girls too, you know? Sorry, I'm just trying to look at the bright side. Anyway, do you want to read my poem now? Don't worry, I'm not very good. You sound pretty confident for someone who claims to not be very good. Well, that's because I have to sound confident. That doesn't mean I always feel that way, you know? I see. Well, let's read it then. Hole in wall. But he wasn't looking at me, confused. I frantically glanced at my surroundings. But my burnt eyes can no longer see color. Are there others in this room? Are they talking? Or are they simply poems on flat sheets of paper? The sound of frantic scrawling playing tricks on my ears. The room begins to crinkle, closing in on me. The air I breathe dissipates before it reaches my lungs. I panic. There must be a way out. It's right there. He's right there. Swallow my fear. I brandish my pen. So, what do you think? It's a very freeform, if that's what you call it. Sorry, I'm not really the right person to ask for feedback. It's okay. Yeah, that kind of style has gotten pretty popular nowadays. That is, a lot of people have been putting emphasis on the timing between words and lines. When performed out loud, they can be really powerful. What is the inspiration behind this one? Well, I'm not sure if I know how to put it. I guess you could say I had some kind of epiphany recently. It's been influencing my poems a bit. An epiphany? Yeah, something like that. I'm kind of nervous to talk about deep stuff like that because it's kind of coming on strongly. Maybe after everyone is better friends with each other. Anyway, here's Monica's writing tip of the day. Sometimes when you're writing a poem or story, I'm too bored to read this. Now let's go with Yuri. Yuri stares at the poem. A minute passes, more than enough time for her to finish reading. Oh, sorry. I forgot to start speaking. It's fine. Don't force yourself. I'm not. I just need to put my thoughts into words. Hold on. Okay. This is your first time writing a poem, right? Yeah. Why do you ask? I'm just making sure. I guess that it might be after reading through it. So it's that bad. No! Did I just raise my voice? I'm so sorry. Yuri buries her face in her hands. I couldn't help but notice that it's been several minutes and we really haven't gone anywhere. It might take Yuri a while to get used to people. It's fine. I really didn't notice. What were you saying? Right, it's just that there are specific writing habits that are usually typical for new writers. And having been through that myself, I kind of learned to pick up on them. I think the most noticeable thing I recognize in new writers is that they try to make their style very deliberate. In other words, they tend to pick a writing style separate from the topic matter, and they form fit the two together. The end result is both the style and the expressiveness are weakened. Once Hiro finishes her train of thought, it's as if her demeanor totally changes. Her stammering is completely gone, and she sounds like an expert. Of course, that's not something you can be blamed for. There are so many different skills and techniques that go into writing, even a simple poem. Not just finding and building them, but getting them to work together is probably the most challenging part. It might take you some time, but it all comes with practice and learning by example, and trying new things. I also hope that everyone else in the club gives you vulnerable feedback. Not to keep me a little bit biased, though. Biased? How? Well, never mind. I shouldn't be talking about people like that. Sorry. It's fine. Not sure if you're using watching this to yourself, to me, or to Natsuki. Do you mind if I read your phone now? Please do. I'd love to share my thought process behind it. Yuri smiles dreamingly, as if that's a rare opportunity for her, which itself is kind of funny. After all, isn't this supposed to be a literature club? Yeah, we had the poem in the first act, so boom. Sorry I have such terrible handwriting. What? I wasn't thinking that at all. But it took you a long time to read. Well, I just don't read script very often. I actually think your handwriting is pretty. Huh? That's a relief. Also, I liked the poem. Even though it's short, it was really descriptive. It wasn't too short. I usually write longer poems. Not at all. I'm really glad you like it. I'll be honest. Since it's our first time sharing, I want to write something more mild. Something easy to digest, I suppose. Are you into ghost theory? Actually, the story isn't about ghosts at all, Cindy. Really? I must have totally missed the point. Well, I suppose you did only glance over it after all. But remember that poets often express their own thoughts, feelings, and experiences in their work. They usually do more than tell a simple story or paint a picture. In this case, perhaps the subject of the poem is only being simply compared to a ghost. Lingering in her last remaining place of comfort, unable to let go of the past, and soon to be left with nothing. That's a lot more solemn, putting it that way. I didn't even thought of that. That's impressive. It's nothing, really. Well, it makes me happy that you think that. Just remember that it won't be long before you pick up on these things too. Yeah, maybe you're right. I guess I'll have to keep trying. I'm counting on you. Now, Natsuki. Finally.
Okay, well, let's start with the things I don't like. First of all,
Natsuki rereads my poem.
never mind. I don't feel like giving you
Eh? Then what's the point of sharing in the first place? I wrote this when I could have been doing other things. In fact, remember how I said I wanted to read your poem? That's what I had in mind when writing this. I want to help you feel comfortable enough to share yours. Like Monica said.
Well, I'd be more comfortable sharing my poem if yours was really bad. You were supposed to show me some dumb poem and make me go, ha! Well, it's not like that. I mean, it's not that great, but let me show you what real shit looks like. And you went and ruined it. I hope you're happy.
So, in other words, you're saying you liked it? Natsuki's retort gets cough in her throat.
You don't understand anything, do you? I already told you that you don't have to go announcing it to the world like you're all self-important.
Pretty sure you never actually said that. I must say that mostly to myself. Natsuki must really hate me or something. I can't figure out if it's a win or a loss when she liked my poem. In any case, you still need to show me yours, right?
Fine, I guess.
Oops.
Only because you asked. Only because Monica will make me if I don't.
Sorry, I had to. Eagles can fly, monkeys can climb, crickets can leap, horses can race, owls can seek, cheetahs can run, eagles can fly, people can try, but that's about it.
Yeah. I told you that you weren't gonna like it.
I like it.
What? Just be honest.
I am. Why are you so convinced that I wouldn't like it?
Well, because everyone in high school thinks that writing has to feel sophisticated and stuff. So people wouldn't take my writing seriously.
But isn't the point of poems for people to express themselves? Your writing style wouldn't make your message any less valid.
Yes, exactly. I like it when it's easy to read, but it hits you hard. Like in this poem. Seeing everyone write the great things can be really disheartening. So I decided to write about it.
Yeah, I understand.
But the other thing about simple writing is that it puts more weight on the wordplay. Like I set out for a rhyme at the end, but I make it fall flat on purpose. Helps bring out the feeling in the last line.
So you did. I guess more of an intro than I realized.
That's what it means to be a pro. I'm glad you learned something.
I don't know why, but I just now remembered the voice that Matt Pat or Game Theory gave her.
Yeah. Great.
I'm glad you learned something. Buffsuki is the best.
Like,
Buffsuki. My brother showed me a few days ago a picture from Roblox where someone made Buffsuki, and that person said, "I'm gonna beat the crap out of my dad."
Oof. She'll get revenge one day.
Yes, Natsuki gets strong to get revenge on her father.
I will defeat the Almighty.
Yeah,
Oh,
guess not. I decided to humor her with the last comment. I don't really care how old everyone is, but if Natsuki is feeling proud, then I won't take that away from her. Phew! I guess that's everyone. I glanced around the room. That was a little more stressful than I anticipated. I just now noticed that the background is kind of out of place. I like the music. It's as if everyone is judging me for my mediocre writing abilities. Even if they are just being nice, there's no way my poem can stand up to theirs. This is the literature club after all. Excuse me. I sigh. I guess that's what I ended up getting myself into. Across the room, Monika's writing something in her notebook. My eyes land on Yuri and Natsuki. They gingerly exchange sheets of paper, sharing their respective poems. As they read in tandem, I watched each of their expressions change. Natsuki's eyebrows furrow in frustration. Meanwhile, Yuri smiles sadly. Did you say something?
oh, it's nothing.
Natsuki dismissively returns the poem to the desk with one hand.
I guess you could say it's fancy.
Thanks. Yours is cute.
Cute? Did you completely miss the semblance of or something? You clearly got the feeling of giving up. How can that be cute?
I know that. I just meant the language, I guess. I was trying to say something nice.
Eh? You mean you have to try that hard to come up with something nice to say? Thanks, but it really didn't come out nice at all.
Well, I do have a couple of suggestions.
If I was looking for suggestions, I would have asked someone who actually liked it. Which people did, by the way. Monica liked it. And so Finny did too. So based on that, I'll gladly give you some suggestions of my own. First of all,
Excuse me. I appreciate the offer, but I spent a long time establishing my writing style. I don't expect it to change anytime soon, unless of course I come across something particularly inspiring, which I haven't yet. And so Findy liked my poem too, you know. He even told me he was impressed by it. Natsuki suddenly stands up.
oh, I didn't realize you were so invested in trying to impress our new member, Yuri.
That's not what you're just... Yuri stands up as well. Maybe you're just jealous that Sophie appreciates my advice more than he appreciated yours.
Huh? And how did you know he didn't appreciate my advice more? Are you that full of yourself?
No. If I was full of myself, I would deliberately go all out of my way to make everything I do overly cutesy.
Well, you know what? I was the one who marked for a size bigger as soon as the Frenzy started showing up.
Natsuki! Natsuki, that's a little...
This
Doesn't involve you! Taking out your own insecurities on others like that? You really act as young as you look, Natsuki.
Me? Look as tall, you wanna be edgy?
Edgy? Sorry if my lifestyle is too much for someone of your mental age to comprehend.
Ooh, see? Just saying that proves my point. Most people want to get over themselves after they graduate middle school, you know.
If you want to prove anything, then stop harassing others with your sickening attitude. You think you can counterbalance your toxic personality just by dressing and acting cute? The only cute thing about you is how hard you try.
Well, be careful, you might cut yourself in that edge, Yuri. Oh, my bad. Yuri, don't you?
Did you just accuse me of cutting myself? What the frick is wrong with your head?
Yeah, go on. Let's really hear everything you really think. I'm sure that you head over heels for you after this.
Suddenly Yuri turns towards me as if she just noticed I was standing here. Sophie, she's just trying to make me look bad.
That's not true. She started it. I guess we're just picking Natsuki.
I don't know why, but my computer is kind of laggy. Notebook, laptop, whatever.
Right, because you're using a lot of CPU, is it called? That's a lot of Natsuki.
Hey, Sophie, why don't I step outside for a little bit? Okay? Sorry about that. They really shouldn't have tried to get you involved. It's probably better for us to stay out of this. I'll go back inside once they're done yelling. Some president I am, right? I can't even confront my own club members properly. I just wish I was able to be a little more assertive sometimes. But I never have it in me to put my foot down against others. You understand, right? Anyway, if it makes you want to spend less time with the others, then that's fine. I'd be happy to spend time with you instead. Suddenly, Natsuki runs out of the classroom.
Oh, she's crying.
Aww. She quickly runs away. Oh dear. Well, looks like they're done. I didn't mean it. I didn't mean it. I didn't mean it. Yuri is rocking back and forth in a chair with her palms on her forehead. Yuri? I didn't mean it. I believe you. I have no idea what Yuri might have said to Natsuki. Or did. Sophie, please don't hate me. Please. I'm not like this. There's something wrong with me today. It's fine, Yuri. We know you didn't mean it. Besides, I'm sure Natsuki will forget about it by tomorrow. Completely. Anyway, the meeting is over. So you can go home now if you want. Yuri looks at me like she wants to say something. But she keeps glancing at Monica. You can go first, Monica. I'd like to stay here a little bit longer. I'm the president, so I should be the last one out. I'll wait for you to be done. Well, I'm a vice president, so please let me take responsibility. Have responsibility. It kind of sounds like you don't want me to be around or something, Yuri. It's not that. It's not that. I didn't mean to get so much. I didn't get much of a chance to discuss my book with Sophie. It would just be embarrassing with you listening. I guess I don't really have a choice, do I? I'm sorry for causing trouble. But I really appreciate you understanding. Welp! That bitch glitched out.
Looks like Monica's a little angry.
Monica is mean.
Can't believe she made her cry. What'd she say?
I also wonder what she said because we never have a chance to see what she said or did to her, so I'm actually really curious.
Sugar's delicious.
Nibble. Pater.
A massacre.
Sup. Womans. Musik. Kawaii desu.
Why? That's I can't do
Dance. Boop. Rainbow Dash. Sorry. Oh. Vanilla.
Vanilla is delicious.
Now I want vanilla ice cream.
Oh, vanilla ice cream.
Vanilla ice cream is not my favorite ice cream. Especially a mix of vanilla ice cream and pistachio ice cream. This is my favorite. This is really good.
Yes.
Vanilla and pistachios. Perfect. Another day passes, and it's time for the club meeting already. I've gotten a little more comfortable here over the past couple of days. Entering the club room, the usual scene greets me. Welcome back, Sophie. Yuri. Hi, Yuri. I'm not sure if it's me, or if it's Yuri's expression, but the weight of yesterday's quarrel still hanging in the air a little. Yuri glances over her shoulder, looking around the room. Natsuki is reading a manga at her desk. And surprisingly, Monica isn't here yet. Suddenly, Yuri takes my arm and pulls me to the corner of the room. About yesterday, I really need to apologize. Nothing like that has ever happened before. And something just came over me, I guess. I wasn't acting mentally sound. Please don't think we're usually like this. Not just me, but Natsuki as well. Yuri. I'm happy that you were considerate and apologized. You don't have to worry too much. Even though I've only been here a couple of days, I can tell something was off yesterday. Maybe we were just a little extra sensitive because it was our first time sharing poems. But whatever it was, it didn't make me think any less of you. I had already decided that there's no way you can be a bad person. And now that you're apologizing, I know you really didn't mean it. Sophie, don't say those kinds of things so frankly. They make me a little too happy. I'm really glad that you're such an understanding person. And I'm really glad that you joined this club. Everything is a little bit brighter with you around and... Sorry, what am I saying right now? Hey! Oh, wait.
Oh, hey, you guys seen Monica?
No, I haven't. I was also kind of wondering where she was.
Yuri, I guess you haven't either.
Yuri is clearly taken aback by how calmly Natsuki is addressing her. No, I haven't.
Jeez, this isn't like her at all. I know it's stupid, but I can't help but worry.
Gracias.
Shut up. Why? Oh.
What? Why are you looking at me like that?
Natsuki, about yesterday. I just want to apologize. I promise I didn't mean any of the things I said. And I'll do my best to stay under control from now on. So...
Yuri, what the heck are you talking about? Did you do something yesterday?
Eh?
Jeez. Whatever's on your mind, I'm sure it was nothing.
Am I saying this shit right?
I don't get what's wrong with Natsuki.
Well, when I played Doki Doki Literature Club before I started streaming this, like at least 4 times before I started streaming, always the same thing happened, that Natsuki had this like realistic mouth and these black things over her eyes.
Sí, bien, amor.
Shut up!
No.
And now that I'm streaming this, it doesn't happen for the first time to me. Like, what? You know what scene I'm talking about, right? Well, this is the first time it didn't happen to me. So, that's why I'm surprised.
So I don't even remember anything bad happening. You're the kind of person who worries too much about little things, aren't you?
But
I'll accept your apology anyway, if it helps you feel better about it. Besides, it's kind of nice to hear, since I was always afraid you secretly hated me or something like that.
no, not at all. I don't hate you.
Well, you're kind of weird, but I don't hate you either.
Natsuki turns to me. You're still on trial, though.
You're still in
Oh, sorry. I always forget. Hey! Suddenly the door swings open. Sorry, I'm super sorry. There you are. I didn't mean to be late. I hope you guys weren't worried or anything. Nah. Well, Natsuki was.
I was not. What took you so long anyway?
Well, my last period today was study hall. To be honest, I kinda just lost track of time.
That makes no sense, though. You would have heard the bell ring at least.
I must not have heard it since I was practicing piano. Piano? I wasn't aware you played music as well, Monica. Don't give me more credit than I deserve. I guess I've been practicing for a while, but I'm still not really good yet. Still, that must require a lot of dedication. So I'm still impressed. Aw, well thanks, Yuri.
You should play something for us sometime.
That's... Monica looks at me. Well, I'm working on writing a song, but it's not quite done yet. Maybe once I get a little bit better, I will. That sounds cool. I'll look forward to it. Is that so? In that case, I won't let you down, Sophindi. Monica smiled sweetly. Again, where did they go? Did she just bummed him off the screen with her butt?
Of existence.
She just bummed him off the screen with her butt. I didn't mean any pressure or anything like that. Don't worry. I was hoping that I could share it with you anyway. I guess that's why I've been practicing so much recently. I see. I'm not sure if Monica was referring to the whole club or just me. In that case, best of luck. Thanks. So, I didn't miss anything, did I? No, not really. I just had to bring up anything that the three of us talked about. Besides, Natsuki has already run out into the closet. So, Findy? Since your compliments put me in a good mood, I was wondering if you'd like to spend some time together today. I mean, in the club. I suppose so. I don't think I could say no to you after you gave me that look to me. Well, I guess I need to make sure Natsuki isn't waiting for me. After I finished reading yesterday... She's fine. She's reading over there, see? Don't think so much about her. She's used to being ignored. Come on, we're going over there.
Jeez, Yuri. Looks like so simple.
What's the story about anyway? Well, I'll get a cover of the book. The book is titled Portrait of Markov. There's an ominous-looking eye symbol on the front cover. Basically, it's about this religious camp that was turned into a human experiment prison. And the trapped in there have this trait that turns them into killing machines that lust for blood. But the facility gets even worse when they start selectively breeding people by cutting out their limbs and affixing them to... Oh, that might be a little bit of a spoiler. But anyway, I'm really into it. The book, I mean. And not the thing about limbs. That's kind of dark, isn't it? You made it sound like it was going to be a nice story, so that dark turn came out of nowhere. You're not a fan of this sort of thing, Sophie? No, it's not that. I mean, I can definitely enjoy these kinds of stories, so don't worry. I hope so. Yeah, I totally forgot that Yuri is into these things. So, she's so shy and repulsive on the outside, but her mind seems to be completely different. It's just that this kind of story, if the challenge is the kind of challenge that challenges you to look at the life from a strange new perspective. When horrible things happen, not just because someone wants to be evil, but because the world is full of horrible people when we're all worthless anyway. Then suddenly, I'm rambling, aren't I? Not again. I'm sorry. Hey, don't apologize. I haven't lost interest or anything. Well, I guess it's alright then. But I feel like I should let you know that I have this problem. When I let things like books and writing fill my thought, my whole body gets inflamed. I kind of forget to pay attention to other people. So I'm sorry if I end up saying something strange. And please stop me when I'm talking too much. I really don't think you need to worry. That just means you're passionate about reading. The least I can do is listen. It's the literature club after all. That's true. In fact, I might as well get started reading it, right? Yes. I mean, you don't have to, but... what are you saying? Let me just get the book. I quickly retrieved the book that I put into my bag. Alright, it's fine if I sit here, right? I slipped into the seat next to Yuri's. Yeah. Are you sure? You seem a little apprehensive. I'm sorry. It's not that I don't want you to. It's just something I'm not very used to. That is, reading in company with someone. I see. Well, just tell me if I end up distracting you or anything. Alright. I open the book and start the prologue. I soon understand what Yuri means about reading in company. It's as if I can feel her presence over my shoulders as I read. It's not a particularly bad thing. Maybe a little distracting, but the feeling is so comforting. Here's in the corner of my eye. I realize that she's not actually looking at her own book. I glance over. It looks like she's reading from my book instead. Sorry. I was just... Yuri, you really apologize a lot, don't you? I do? I don't really mean to. Sorry. I mean... Here, that should work, right? I slide my desk until it's up against Yuri's, then hold my book more between the two of them. I suppose so. Yuri ultimately closes her own copy. Once we each lean in a little bit, our shoulders are almost touching. It feels like my left arm is in the way. So instead, I use my right hand to hold the book open. I guess that makes it kind of difficult to turn the page. Here. Yuri takes her left arm and holds the left side of the book between her thumb and forefinger. I do the same with my right arm, on the right side of the book. That way I can turn a page, and Yuri slides it under her thumb after I flip the page to her side. But in holding it like this, we're huddled even closer together than before. It's actually kind of distracting me. It's as if I can feel the warmth of Yuri's face, and she's in the corner of my vision. Are you ready? To turn the page. Sorry. I think I got a bit distracted for a second. I glance over at Yuri's face again, and our eyes meet. I don't know how I'll be able to keep up with her. That's okay. You're not used to reading, right? I don't mind being patient if it takes you a bit longer. It's probably the least I can do, since you've been so patient with me. Yeah, thanks. We continue reading. Yuri no longer asks if I'm ready to turn the page. Instead, I just assume that she finishes the page before me, so I turn it by my own. And what? I continue the first chapter in silence. Even so, turning each page almost feels like an intimate exchange. My thumb gently letting go off the page, getting it fluttered over her side as she catches it under her own thumb. Hey, Yuri. This might be a safe thought, but the main character kind of reminds me of you a little bit. Eh? No, I don't really do this character at all. Definitely not. Really? I was just thinking the way she second-guessed things she said and all that. That's what you were talking about. Sorry. I thought you meant something else about her. Something else? Never mind. We didn't even get that far yet. So I don't know why that came into my head. Yuri, are you feeling alright? Huh? Yuri's been a little fidgety ever since we started reading. You can rest if you're feeling sick or something. Your breathing is a little... My breathing? He puts her hand on her chest as if to feel her heartbeat. I didn't even notice. Anyway, I'm fine. I just need some water. Alright, don't push yourself. Yuri stands up and practically rushes off to the front of the classroom. What was that about? Stuff, Indy? Did something happen just now? Eh? I have no idea. Yuri was acting a little strange, I guess. So you don't know anything. Sorry, I can't say I do. Are you worried about her? Oh, no, not really. I was just making sure that you didn't do anything to her. No, nothing. Don't worry, I believe you, silly. Yuri just does it sometimes, so it's nothing alarming. Alright, if you say so. Anyway, why don't we start with sharing our poems with each other? Eh? Shouldn't we wait for Yuri? Well, she might be a while. So I just figured we'd start without her. Is that okay? Yeah, I was just asking. I stand up. I make a mental note of where I left off the book, then slid it back into my bag. Hi again, Cindy. How's the writing going? Alright, I guess. I'll take that. As long as it's nothing going die. I'm happy that you're applying yourself. Maybe soon, you'll come up with a masterpiece. I wouldn't count on that. You never know. Want to share what you wrote for today? Sure, here we go. Excuse me. I give my poem to Monica. Alright. Great job, Slipindy. I was going in my head while reading this. It's really metaphorical. Not sure why, but I didn't expect you to go for something so deep. I guess I underestimated you. It's easiest for me to keep everyone's expectations low. That's why I always count when I put in some effort. That's not very fair. Well, I guess it worked anyway. You know that Yuri likes this kind of writing, right? Wait, I thought I wrote for Natsuki. Wait, what? I think I wrote for Natsuki. What? What? Okay. Suddenly the door opens. Yuri! I'm back. Did I miss anything? Not really. Well, we all just started sharing poems with each other. Eh? Already? I'm sorry for being late. No need to apologize. We still have plenty of time, so I'm more glad that you took all the time needed. Alright. Thanks, Monica. I suppose I should go get my own poem now. But anyway, You want to look one out? I like the way this one turned out, so I hope you do too. Save me. The colors they want, right? Be it flashing, piercing, red, green, blue, and less cacophony of meaningless noise. The noise won't stop. We all gratting king screech pressing sign consign tangent like play board on a runnable like playing a knife on a breathing ribcage. Noodles of delete her. Sorry, I know it's kind of abstract. I'm just trying to, well, never mind. There's no point explaining. Anyway, here's Monica's writing tip of the day. Sometimes you find yourself facing to a difficult decision. When that happens, don't forget to save your game. You never know when... who am I talking to? Can you hear me? Tell me you can hear me. Anything. Please help me. That's my advice for today. Thanks for listening. You're right. I've been waiting for this. That's what you've written for today. Yuri smiles and takes a deep breath. I like just holding it. I mean, the poem turned out good. It's, well, there are some things that you could work on, but that doesn't really matter. It feels like anything written by you is a treasure. That came out a little awkward. Let's move on. Here's the poem I wrote. You don't have to like it or anything. Well, rotating well, turning an axle, grinding bolt head, liner, gearboy, falling skies, 7 holy stakes, a docked ship, a portal to another world, a thin rope tied to a thick rope, a thorn harness, a parabolic gearboy, expanding universe, time controlled by slipping cogwheels, existence of God, swimming with open water in all directions, drowning, a prayer with in blood, a prayer wither in time devouring snakes with human eyes, a thread connecting all living human eyes, a kaleidoscope of holy stakes, explaining gearboy, a sky of exploding stars, a god disproving the existence of God, a well rotating in 6 dimensions, oh, hello everyone. Early gears and a freaking clock, a clock that takes 1 second for every rotation of the planet, a clock that ticks 40 times every time it ticks every second time, a bolt head of holy stakes tied to the existence of a docked ship to another world, a kaleidoscope of blood, withering clocks, a time devouring prayer connecting a sky of re- 40 gears and open human eyes in all directions. Breathing gear boy, breathing bottlehead, breathing ship, breathing portal, breathing snakes, breathing god, breathing blood, breathing holy stakes, breathing human eyes, breathing time, breathing prayer, breathing sky, breathing well. It doesn't really matter what it's about. My mind has been a little hyperactive lately, so I had to take it out on your pen. That is, a pen fell out of your backpack yesterday, so I took it home for safekeeping, and I just really like the way that it writes. So I wrote this poem with it, and now you're touching it. I'm okay. Would I just, can we pretend this conversation never happened? You can keep the poem, though. Well, it's not terrible, but it's pretty disappointing after your last one. Then again, if this one was good as your last one, I would be completely pissed. Well, I guess. Oh, wait. Shit! Well.
I think it's okay for me to start.
Well, I guess I want to try something a little different this time.
Fair enough. You're still up to this, so I would expect you to finish so early. I mean, everyone in the club writes definitely finish. Maybe we have a little influence from all of us. For instance, I noticed that you were spending some time with Yuri the other day. And you did. Now that I care about spending time with. After all, I was taught never to expect anything from anybody. So it's not like I was waiting for you or anything.
You sure?
She's lovely. Please, at least look over my poem. Sorry about the people in the back, if you hear that. You'll probably be able to learn something from it.
Three beep bubs 3 vile frogs cool
I think it's cool.
Kiev 5 ZQ equals SSBJY W4 G ZMV LBC BOA GU GD GVU ZGV Y BMVZ CYBV ZBoo Guts 2 Deep B Boa HJ VD WD OLHRO. I'm enjoying this. ZSB RBM LM ZS WG YX MGA WY GAXQ GD2 V YZSBH Bible HRLBNNBB 24 GB2Y GBXKGC2 VUS 2UG B2Y G9 IY 2 GUL E YE 5 GJY VZH KGBM VHCMX5 IGNVBNZIBHNLCY4G
I don't get this anymore.
VGHLCM Unc BZB2IL DGHBBMCGAW5GCM BKA WG JSESBM YWLUDC WG. Okay, I'm bored.
This is a lot of words. Okay. So Findy, why didn't you come meet with me today? I was waiting for you. I was waiting for a long time. Oh, she's lonely. It was the only thing I had to look forward to today. Why did you ruin it? Do you like hearing more?
I like all of you.
I think you're better off not associating with her. Are you listening to me?
Yes, I do.
Here is a sick F. That should be obvious by now. Oh, it's this. Okay, so just play with me instead. Okay? You don't hate me, Cindy, do you? Do you hate me?
No.
Do you want to make me bold and cry?
No.
The club is the only place I feel safe. Don't ruin that for me. Don't ruin it. Please. Just stop talking to you. Play with me instead. That's all I have. Play with me. Damn. Play with me.
Play with me!
What's in the box? Oh.
I like that next snip. Yes. A joke. A man walked into a club. In the club, there was a girl who liked him very much. They spent some time together, and then she liked him even more. One day, the girl realized she was in love with him. Before disaster could happen, a third party interfered with her programming. Suddenly, the girl hated herself for being in love. This contradiction caused the script to derail. The universe started to collapse, but she killed herself just in time.
That's not a joke, that's a sad story.
Oh! Hello there!
Fairy for Pixie now.
Yes.
The fairy.
Okay, everyone.
In the background as well.
We're all done reading each other's poems, right? We have something we need to go over today. So if everyone could come sit at the room.
Oh, okay. Is this about the festival?
Well, sort of.
Do we really have to do something for the festival? It's not like we can put together anything good in just a few days. We'll just end up embarrassing ourselves instead of getting any new members.
That's a concern of mine as well. I don't really do well with last-minute preparations. Don't worry so much. We're going to keep it simple, okay? Look, I know everyone's been a little more lively ever since Ophindy joined, but we started with some club activities. But this isn't the time for us to become complacent. Complacent? I don't know if I spelled it right. English is my first language, so we still only have 4 members, and the festival is only our real chance to find more. You know. Natsuki, I don't think you're looking at it the right way at all. Don't you want to share your passion with so many people as you can? To inspire them to find the same feeling that brought you here in the first place? The Adventure Club should be a place where people can express themselves like they can't do anywhere else. It should be a place to intimate that you never want to leave. I know you feel that way too. I know we all do. So that's why we should work hard and put something together for the festival. Even if it's something small. Right, Sophindi?
Oh, come on. You can't take advantage of Sofinity to agree with you just because he doesn't have know how to say no to anything. Look, Monica. Do you really think any of us here joined the club with other people in mind? Yuri never even talked until Sophindi joined. As for me, I just like it better here than I do at home. And Sophindi isn't even passionate about literature in the first place. And that's everyone. Sorry, but you're really the only one who's so interested in finding new members. That's rude. The rest of us are fine like this. I know you're present and all, but you should really consider our opinions for once.
Monica is clearly taken aback by Natsuki's words. That's not true at all. Ashuri and Sophie want to get more members too, right? I don't know about Yuri, but I'm kind of independent. If I showed as much enthusiasm as Monica wanted, then I would probably be lying. Still, if it's up to me to rescue the situation. No. Natsuki's right, isn't she? This club. It's nothing more than a place for a few people to hang out. Why did I think that everyone here saw it the same way I saw it? But it doesn't mean that we're against anything, getting new members or anything. So, Fendi, why did you even join this club? What are you hoping to get out of it? Well, that's not really something I can be honest about, is it? In fact, if I remember, you weren't even given a choice not to join. Monica sits down and stares at her desk. What's the point of all this anyway? What if starting this club was a mistake? Have you done it, Natsuki? Sophia?
Me? I just spoke my mind. Is that a crime to be honest?
It is not about being honest. It's about word choice. Besides, you have no right to speak for everyone else in the club room like that.
You don't understand at all. I just want a place that feels nice to hang out with a few friends. Is there a problem with the club being that for me? There aren't many other places like that for me. I know Monica wants to take it away from me.
She's not taking anything away.
No, Sophindi. Oh, dang, I should get angry. It's not the same. It won't be the same with the direction she wants to take it. If I wanted that, then I could have just joined any other stupid club. But this one... I mean... At least for a little bit of time.
She's tearing up!
Oh, she's gonna cry. Things were nice. No, don't cry.
Natsuki starts packing up her things.
I'm going home. I feel like I don't belong here right now.
Natsuki. Natsuki ignores Yuri and walks right out of the classroom. This is bad. I don't know what to do. Well, do you have an opinion on the festival? I don't know. I'm kind of offended, I guess. Who cares about that obnoxious brat? I mean, I like how nice and quiet the club is right now. And I'm just happy with you there. But still, I'm the vice president. It's not right for me to ignore my responsibilities like that. Nobody would cry if she killed herself.
Damn.
I should do my best to consider everyone's perspective and make the decision that's right for the club. But what about you, Sofindi? What do you want to get out of this club? You repeat the same question as Monica. I decide giving an indirect answer is better than nothing. I think the most important thing is for everyone to get along. And for the club to provide something that you can't get anywhere else. I don't think it's about how many members, but rather the quality of each member. That's what will end up making the literature club a special place. I see. I really agree with you. Each member contributes their own qualities in a special way. Yep, there is the bleeding eye.
Yep. Looks like she's obsessed.
With each change in member, the identity of this club as a whole will change too. I don't think that's necessarily a bad thing. Stepping out of your comfort zone once in a while.
Give me a second.
So if you would like to help Monica with the festival, then I'm on your side as well. Alright. Maybe we can all talk to Natsuki tomorrow. Yuri nods. Hey, Yuri. Huh? I know things were a little awkward yesterday, but I feel like you deserve to know that I still think you're a wonderful vice president. And also, a wonderful friend. Monica, I want to do everything I can to make this club the best place. The best club ever. Okay? Me too. Yeah. Let's all go home for today. We'll talk about the festival tomorrow. Okay. I look forward to it. Shall we go, Sofindi? Please don't take this the wrong way, but I'm going to chat a little bit with Sofindi before we leave. Just to see what he's thinking of his time here and all that. It's important to me as president. Yuri looks a little troubled, but doesn't express it. Okay. I trust your judgment, Monica. In that case, I'll see the two of you tomorrow. See you tomorrow! Monica versus Yuri exits the classroom. Phew! Things have been a bit hectic lately, haven't they? So, Findy, I just want to make sure that you're enjoying your time here at this club. I would really hate to see you unhappy. I feel kind of like I'm responsible for that as president. And I really do care about you, you know? I don't like seeing the other girls give you a hard time. With how Natsuki is mean and everything, and you're being a little bit, you know. Sometimes it feels like you and I are the only real people here. You know what I mean? But it's weird, because in all the time you've been here, we've hardly gotten to spend any time together. I mean, I guess it's technically only been a couple of days. Sorry, I didn't mean to say something weird. There are just some things I've been hoping to talk about with you. Things I know only you could understand. So that's why... Wait, not yet!
Okay, I'm back.
Okay.
Sorry, I have to keep you. Oh, it's not one.
Oops.
You okay?
Yeah. Hi, Sofindi. I've been waiting for you. Are you ready to continue reading? I brought my best tea today.
Monica, I told you not to. Is she really late again?
Inconsistent as usual, Natsuki.
Excuse me?
Must you always interrupt my conversations with your incessant yelling?
Oof, incessant yelling. Ouch. What are you talking about? You said like I do on a regular basis or something. I just wasn't paying attention, okay? I'm sorry. Seriously, what's gotten into you lately?
Monica!
Hurry. Look. I did some thinking about yesterday. I was a little more hostile than I meant to be. I guess I really felt threatened or something. But I know that I know this is something we're doing together. Another member would hurt as long as we're cool. And I guess another girl would be nice this time. So
Natsuki. Nobody cares. Why don't you go look for some coins under the vending machine or something?
huh? She's like, you little what, exactly?
Oh man, I'm the last one here again. Ah, do you see that picture of Sayori here? In the background? Do you see that?
It's been here the whole time.
Were you practicing piano again? Yeah. You must have a lot of determination. Starting a club and still trying to make time for piano. Well, maybe not determination, but I guess passion. It motivates me to work hard for the festival too. Anyway, Sofindi, what do you want to do today? I was thinking we could. We already have plans for today. Is that Sayori? That's correct. Sofindi is already engaged in a novel that we're reading together. Aren't you glad I've gotten him into the literature, Monica? I suppose. I was just... Actually, it doesn't matter. It really doesn't. You guys can do whatever you want. Yes! Thank you for understanding, Monica.
Yes, get in there, bud.
Actually, I have a request. Do you mind if I make some tea first? Not at all. Thanks very much. If there's one thing that can make my reading time here any better, it's a nice cup of tea. Not to mention for yourself as well. Yuri stands up and makes her way to the closet. I follow and watch as she retrieves a small water pitcher from the shelf. It's the kind with a filler inside. Can you hold this for a second? Sure. Yuri hands me a water pitcher and also fetches an electric kettle. I'm going to plug this in the teacher's desk, so then I'll go get some water. She walks past me and sets the kettle down on the teacher's desk. I'll see and watch her movements. To my surprise, the way she moves really contrasts her speaking mannerism, especially because of her long legs. Yuri appears elegant and methodical. Legs. Okay. Okay, may I have the water pitcher? Thanks, I'll be right back. Might as well walk with you. That's okay. You stay here. I won't take long. Pitcher in hand, Yuri hurries out of the classroom. Did Yuri leave you again? No, it's not like that this time. She's just filling up her water pitcher to make tea. Oh, okay. Sorry for misunderstanding. 10 minutes pass. Yuri said it wouldn't take long. Is something holding her up? I'm bored it's raining here, so I decide to go look for her. Let's see. The most logical place for Yuri to be would be near the water fountain. Be near to be the nearest water fountain. I started heading down the hallway. What's that noise? It's coming from around the corner. It sounds like breathing. A sharp inhale, like someone is sucking the air through their teeth. Are they in pain? I reach the corner and peer around it. Yuri?
Oh, Yuri. Oh, she's racing.
I'm back. Thanks for waiting patiently. So, Vindy, do you like oolong tea? Yeah, anything is fine. Very well. Yuri set the temperature on the kettle to 200 degrees. Now it's time to get the teapot. You really just properly, don't you? Of course. I shouldn't do any less when making tea for others. Even if I'm not an expert on tea or anything. In that case, you'll only be even more impressed. Perhaps I will. Yuri fetches the teapot and begins measuring the tea levels. To my surprise, she even starts humming a little to herself. You must be in a good mood now. Is that so? I was letting it show. And you noticed, I was doing a bit of thinking. And I decided that I would try expressing myself a little bit more. It turns out it's not very hard for me to do. When it's you who's around anyway. That's great, Yuri. Just don't push yourself too much. You're always worrying about me, so Vindy. It's very endearing. That's... Yuri wasn't kidding. I don't even know if I can keep up with this. I watch Yuri pour a cup of tea for each of us. So, Vindy, I have another request. Do you mind if we sit on the floor today? What's that? It's a little bit easier on my back. I can read with my back against the wall, rather than bending over at my desk. Sorry, I didn't realize. No worries. I just have a back pain fairly regularly, so I do my best to manage it. Is that so? I wonder why that is. It's mostly because of your posture, right? You're always hunched over like that while reading. Yes! I have a terrible reading posture. So that's why we should sit on the floor. Fair enough. I'll go and get the book. I'll retrieve the book from my bag. I have some chocolate as well. It's a bag of small chocolate candies. I take it since it'll go well with the tea. Yuri and I then sit against the wall, teacups at our sides. As if in sync, we assume the same reading position as last time, each holding one half of the book. Except this time, our bodies are even closer than to each other. I can't see too well. Yuri slides closer until our shoulders are touching. How am I supposed to focus on a reading like this? Yuri was always kind of cute, but when she's being less apprehensive, it's almost more than I can handle. Your teacup. Yuri hands me my teacup. Holding it with my hand, that's not holding the book. I end up in a position that makes it even harder to focus. Because now I need to worry about making sure I don't accidentally touch her chest. Meanwhile, Yuri hasn't noticed a single thing. She wears her intense reading expression, and I can only presume the world around her has faded away. I use all of my willpower to focus on reading. After a few minutes, I finally manage to relax a little. I put the teacup between my legs and fumble with the chocolate wrapper. Sorry. I briefly let go of the book to finish opening the wrapper. You can have as much as you want. That's okay. I won't take any. Are you sure? Well, if I touch it, it might get smudged on the pages. You're right. I didn't think about that. My bad. No, no need to apologize. I'll hold the book, okay? Are you sure? Of course. Yuri opens the book with both hands. She holds it so that I don't have any hard time reading from it. As a result, her arms are practically resting on top of my leg. Well, in that case, Yuri's already totally focused on reading again. I take a chocolate candy and pop it into my mouth. Then I take another chocolate and I hold it up to Yuri. She doesn't even look away from the book. She simply parts her lips, as if the situation was completely natural. But that means I can't stop here. I apprehensively place the chocolate in her mouth. Just like that, Yuri closes her lips over it. Eh? Yuri's expression suddenly breaks. Did I just... Yuri looks at me like she needs to confirm what just happened. So Fendi. Sorry. I guess I shouldn't have done that. Yuri starts to breathe heavily. I can't... So Fendi. Suddenly, Yuri forcefully grabs my arm and jerks me to my feet. My teacup gets knocked over. So Fendi. My heart won't stop pounding, so Fendi. I can't calm down. I can't focus on anything anymore. Can you feel it, so Fendi? Yuri suddenly presses my hand against her chest. Why is this happening to me? I feel like I'm losing my mind. I can't make it stop. It even makes me not want to read. I just want to look at you. Hello.
Oh, she's in the back.
That sounded weird.
She is getting weird. Getting weird.
It's time to share poems. Monica, thank you for saving the situation.
Yeah, she saved us.
Ah, man. So, Fendi, I think you saw something earlier that you weren't supposed to see. I didn't want to have to tell you this, but I don't think I have a choice. It's getting kind of dangerous for you to spend so much time with Yuri. Well, I can't control it. I'm making poems for Natsuki, but I'm always with Yuri, and that happens in Act 2 every time. So, I can't control it. The game does this on its own. I don't know why, but she seems pretty easily excitable when she's around you, which shouldn't be a problem in itself. But when Yuri gets too excited, she finds a place to hide and starts cutting herself with a pocket knife. Isn't that kind of messed up? She even brings a different one to school every day, like she has a collection or something. Yes, she has a knife collection. I mean, it's definitely not because she's depressed or anything like that. I think she just gets some kind of high from it, like a drug. By the way, don't do drugs. It's bad. It might even be like a sexual thing. But the point is, you've kind of been enabling her. I'm not saying that it's your fault though. But I guess that's why I had to explain it all to you. So I think if you keep your distance, that would probably be the best for her. While you're at it, don't be shy to spend a little more time with me. To put it lightly, at least have it together in the head. And I know how to treat my club members. Anyway, I worked really hard on this film, so I hope that it's effective. Here goes. Oh, what? Jeez, that really startled me. Um, well, I guess I kind of messed up at, writing this poem. I was just trying to... Never mind. Let's just move on. Natsuki.
Okay.
This one's alright. Alright? Well, yeah. About as good as yesterday's anyway. I still can't really tell how much you actually care about writing. But either way, you're doing alright. Even though you're not really spending time with anyone but Yuri. I still think it's nice to have activities that we all participate in. Oh wait. Why am I reading Natsuki when you're supposed to be reading her?
Yes.
Why does this shit happen?
Because you're just reading it, that's a good thing.
What?
So you better keep working hard. I mean, I know I'm not president or vice president or anything. That doesn't mean you can let me down, okay? So at least read mine too for now. But just to be clear, this poem means a lot to me. So read it carefully, okay?
I don't know how else to bring this up, but there's been something I've been worried about. Yuri has been acting kind of strange lately. You've only been here for a few days, so you may not know what I mean. But she's not normally like this. She's always been quiet and polite and attentive. Things like that. Okay, this is really embarrassing, but I'm forcing myself to suck it up. The truth is, I'm really worried about her. But if I try to talking to her, she'll just get mad at me again. I don't know what to do. I think you're the only person that she'll listen to. I don't know why, but please try to do something. Maybe you can convince her to talk to a therapist. I've always wanted to try being better friends with Yuri, and it really hurts me. It hurts me to see this happening. I know I'm going to hate myself later for admitting that, but right now I don't care. I just feel so helpless. So please, see if you can do something to help. I don't want anything bad to happen to her,